Good morning, YouTube. I just kind of want to give you guys an update on the KZ440. It's been a long time since I've posted anything about it, and like a lot of things, life gets in the way of finishing some projects, but I'll give you the story, I'll give you the rundown. Obviously, the pandemic has not helped a lot of things, and the blessing out of it was that I did start a new job, funny enough, right in the beginning of the pandemic, and as a result it took a lot of my spare time kind of getting on board with all that, but it did afford me an opportunity to finally take the basic rider course so I could get my motorcycle endorsement, which was a really good experience, and ultimately helped to make my decision about the bike. So two things from that: learned very much that motorcycling is fun. It was everything I thought it would be and more. It was very, comparable to growing up and riding snowmobiles, but it also showed me something that intellectually I knew, but apparently needed to see in practice, was just how dangerous they can be. Some of the scenarios that we went through were to demonstrate, emergency stops and kind of what an intersection looks like, and it just became the realization that, like I said, intellectually you knew, but just kind of has to hit home in how even just a minor mistake on someone else's part, not yours at all, can lead to a really bad accident. And it just, at that point, it was just like, this really isn't for me, I decided. It's just, I have other things that I want to do, other things I enjoy, and I just didn't want to add that to the list. So unfortunately, it had me make the decision to sell the motorcycle, and which is kind of an interesting part of it all. I gathered all of my parts that I had for it, put everything together, threw it up on Facebook Marketplace, and within a few days actually got a hit from an individual who, because of the pandemic as well, was out of his typical job and had started actually buying up KZ440s in particular, getting them running and reselling them. And he'd done 3 so far by the time he saw my post, and he wanted to come check it out, and we struck a deal on it, and as far as I know, he's happy with it. I haven't kept in touch with him, but he has, he took it that day, and I was able to get basically pretty close to all the money that I had put into it, as well as the original cost of the bike, which was trading the Ford Bronco I had for it. So the only thing obviously can't get back is time, and it was a good experience for what I was able to do with it at the time. So I'm a little disappointed, obviously, and I feel bad for trying to throw together a video series on putting it together and getting it running and coming up with some sort of build, and not giving you guys the conclusion you all were hoping for. But if it's any consolation, what I'll do is I'm going to share a YouTube channel in the description of one that I had used as a lot of the research for my build, because I wasn't going to do anything fancy other than kind of a restoration, just going from dual carbs down to a single, and the YouTube channel I'll share goes over converting from 2 carbs to single carb, and kind of the things that I was going to have to go through to tune that properly anyways. And I'll also give links in the description for the forums that I went to and so forth. I feel like that's the least I can do. But yeah, so long story short, motorcycles aren't for me, and I ended up selling it, and hopefully, hopefully down the road, I think I'll plan better, obviously, for any kind of project that I post here, to either, film everything ahead of time and then release in increments the steps along the way, so that it's actually something to completion. But as a note on all of it, my channel isn't anything that has a specific goal in mind. It's just throwing things out there that kind of hit my life, and unfortunately, if you want something that's consistent, probably my channel isn't it at the moment. There's a lot of YouTubers out there who do consistent channels and a lot of great work, and you know, it would be fun to be part of that group someday. And like I said, I'm just kind of trying to find my, anyways, long story short, end my rambling. Yeah, I hope you can stick around. There'll be some different things here as I try and post more. Yeah, I'll answer any questions anybody has about any of the experience at all, or if I can at least point someone in the direction towards information on those motorcycles. They were fun. They're fun to research, and there seems to be a lot of them out there still, and a lot of love for them. So, yeah, if anyone's curious, wants to know more, certainly reach out. Like I said, I'll post those links in the description. Try and give some more information as to what the route I was going to go, and some of the things that I had found for research. And yeah, other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and hope you stick around.